What's your unique path to fulfillment and success in dating, relationships, intimacy, and sex? I'll tell you what, it's based on you. It's unique to you. You have an energetic signature. You have a unique and specific nervous system. You have a unique genius. There are all kinds of features and facets of the diamond that you are, aspects of who you are that are not easily captured or dealt with or danced with by, frankly, cookie cutter systems built out there by dating and relationship coaches, right? I have spent 15 years studying under all sorts of different teachers and gurus, trainers, modalities, systems, processes, using all kinds of different tactics, techniques, procedures, whatever. And while it is true that what is new to you may be uncomfortable and may require you to lean past or into your edges, right? And do things that are unfamiliar in order to be successful and effective. There is a sense at the same time in which if we can find out which way you flow, we'll know which way for you to go that is easiest for you. That is sort of the lowest hanging fruit, requires the least effort. People talk about taking the path of most resistance. Because I'm going to bulk up and all this other stuff. Like, okay, I get that. But why not the path of least resistance? Your path of least resistance into wealth, for example, is what I teach as a business coach in Wealth Dynamics. If you have 8 different games you can play and you choose to play the one game that you're best at, that you like most, you're more likely to win that one game than to try to play 3 or 5 different games at once. I have a client who in the past year has wanted to be like a stockbroker or like a stock trader and a coach and like a leadership manager, sales manager, whatever. And I'm like, dude, pick a lane. Doesn't matter what you choose so much as that you choose, because once you choose who you are, you can get good at and mastery becomes possible in that realm. So why not, instead of trying to master skills that are alien to you, that are not aligned to who you ultimately are, find and discover who you ultimately are and flow in the direction the traffic is already going. One of my mentors, he said, true power is to notice the direction the traffic is going and wave it in the direction that it's going. So this is with all due loving respect and credit to one of my business coaching clients, because I'm not trained as a Gene Keys, human design, chronotype, spiral dynamics. There are all kinds of systems, master or certified trainer, whatever. So I use what I know that I feel grounded and clear on. And that's Wealth Dynamics. Wealth Dynamics tells you through a snapshot of your human brain delivered to you after you take a genius test, which of 4 different archetypes is best for you to align with and surrender to in order to make a lot of money easily, effortlessly over time, where you're in flow and intrinsically motivated by the activities of that genius, such that it's like you're in a cake eating contest and the reward for winning that contest in this context is being able to eat more cake, right? So the cake eating contest, the reward is eating more cake. And so one of my clients recently, she's doing a launch of her coaching business, decided to ask ChatGPT, given my human design, my gene keys, my wealth dynamics, my Vedic astrology. I don't know if she used Vedic, it's probably sidereal, but in the version I'm going to give you, it'll be Vedic as well. Like, tell me how to organize my time and my space or whatever relative to my business. And she got some great ideas. And I was like, even if I'm not a master at these different systems, ChatGPT and AI are definitely masters of pattern recognition and concatenation. What does that mean? What's a term from computer science where you're putting multiple pieces of code together in a single sequence? So I was like, first in business and then in dating and relationships, I was like, all right, hey ChatGPT, given my human design, my wealth dynamics, my gene keys, my Vedic astrology, can you tell me how it would be easiest for me to generate leads? And what I got back was delightful and astounding because it highlighted, underscored, and distinguished even more precisely and refinedly what I already do that has worked best for me, especially in the light of me attempting to lean into activating, because I fell in love with Alex Hormozi this month. I read all of his books. Not personally in love, but like as an entrepreneur. I'm like, this guy, I respect this guy. And I was like, okay, well, you can't read his books without knowing that there's always something you can do, and this is what worked for him, and this is what you can activate as a series of strategies and tactics and tools to bring in lots of income. And I was like, all right, well, let me just do what he's told me. And very quickly, I found the degree to which it was aligned and inspiring and the degree to which it wasn't. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm going to put these strategies on the shelf for now and go back to what I know that feels good to me, that has been producing results for me for many years. And here's where it all becomes relevant for you. I went back into ChatGPT and I asked it, hey, given all those different systems, and by the way, the principle of the thing is the most important. It doesn't have to be Wealth Dynamics, though you could go take the test. If you haven't taken the test, let me send you a version of the test. You can go find out your human design, your gene keys, your Vedic astrology, and there are other systems that you can look into that will be beneficial to you. So don't limit yourself based on what I'm giving you here. But go into ChatGPT after you've got all that data and ask, given all of this, what is my path into creating, dating, relationships, sex, intimacy? And what I found was it pointed in novel directions, because a lot of my training talks about cold approach, like volume. And what it told me instead was, don't do that. And I was like, wow, I had never thought to use these systems to model my unique path into highest success and expression, not just in wealth, because I'm very familiar with that, but or in business, but in dating relationships. And so now I've got new marching orders and a new direction to march in, which I recommend that you explore and experience for yourself. So comment below what you're getting from this. Let me know what questions you have about this. And if you use the prompt, come back to us with your breakthroughs, insights, and takeaways. Thank you for listening. Go ahead and make love easy, always.